I want to introduce this little one. This is Daisy. She is going to be our van life dog because it seems like every van lifer has to have a dog, especially one this cute in size. The main purpose for this video is to give you a van tour. We are about 80% done with the van and it is looking amazing. I am so just proud of all of the work and how it's looking. Michelle got all of the electrical together. My dad and I, we built the bed this past weekend. We put our kitchen area in here. It is an actual livable space now. Like if we wanted to hit the road tomorrow, we could, which we're not. It's okay. We're not going to, not yet. So our plan is to hit the road September 15th. That's when our lease is up here in Austin, and we are taking off and traveling around. So we have a good solid maybe 3.5 months left to tweak it, finish it up, see what works, see what doesn't work. So once we actually get out on the road, hopefully it will be perfect. But so let me start off by showing you the bed. So what we did with the bed, underneath it there are 2 kitchen cabinets. One is facing inside the van and one is facing out towards the back doors. That way we can store stuff inside of the van in the cupboard up here, and then we can store like winter stuff, athletic stuff in the back of the van, and we can get access to it from the back doors. So it's really awesome that we're able to have that extra storage that's underneath the bed and keep it all organized. And then plus there's a lot of other spaces around the cabinets that we can store a bunch of stuff in. So how we built the bed, those cabinets, that's our foundation for the bed. Back to back, and then we built around that. We used garden posts as the legs around the cabinets to keep the bed supported. We got a 1/2 inch sheet of plywood to put on top of everything, and we had to slide some 2x4s underneath the piece of plywood, because since we had to cut the sheet of plywood in half, it was like caving down at the bottom, or it was caving in the middle, and so we just slid some 2x4s underneath it to support it and make it completely level.
Wait, Billy! Wait!
The bed was actually a pretty easy process to do. It was just having the cabinets as that foundation really helped just build around it. And it's the size, it's just a little bit bigger than a twin and a little bit smaller than a full. So Michelle and I can fit perfectly on there and have just a little bit of space. Not much, but it is big enough for 2, and we're able to lay horizontal to the van, so we don't have to lay vertical, and that definitely saves us a lot of space. So that's the bed. It's really cool because even though our bed is fixed, we have a lot of seating around. Like right now I have this foam that is used for the bed, and it's just on the box that's covering the wheel well, and it's going to serve as a bench. I actually really like this height as a bench, so this may be my main spot to sit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the electrical box. That serves as a huge bench area, so not only can we sit on it, but we could potentially lay on it to read a book, and it's storing all of our electrical equipment. Batteries, we have an inverter, solar control panel, a bunch of other stuff that is outside of my realm. That is all Michelle's world, and she's been doing a great job getting that all hooked up and together. We have LED lights, We have a fan. We're going to have a USB and 12-volt outlets that we can plug our laptops in, phones in, stuff like that as well. Again, she's doing a great job on all of that. She set up the solar panel. It's working, it's going, and it acts as a bench. It acts as a little lounge that we can sit and read. It really is awesome that once we got more stuff in here, it feels pretty big in here. So let's go ahead and go to our kitchen area. This on Craigslist, it is just a desk. It's a full-size desk and it fit perfect right behind the driver's seat and the wheel well. It just fits perfect in that area right there. And since it already has a cutout where the gas tank is, there's already a hole for it, so we didn't have to alter the desk any so it can slide back. It just fits perfect. So on the desk, each side there were three drawers. On one side we pulled all of the drawers out and cut the wooden dividers, and so now we have these containers that fit perfectly right underneath. So we have two of them, one for gray water, one for clean water. We have our hand pump sink, our stainless steel bowl, which obviously it's not all hooked together. And then we have a lot of counter space. We're going to just have a camper stove that we take out, set up, cook, do our thing, and then we'll store it away. So we can use that counter space to work as well. I'm just like, it's so cool to see all of this come together, and the more stuff we put in here and as organized as it is, it feels really spacious and it actually feels a lot more livable than I had expected. So let's see, what else did we do? We kind of just cleaned up the step area. There's a bunch of storage underneath. Put a seat cover on the front seat. I still have to do the passenger seat. We cleaned up our overhead areas as well. So since our van is a high top, we have overhead storage in the front, and it was this weird green fiberglass color, and I just took a paint roller to it with white paint and just started painting it, and it looks great now. We could actually see in it. Same thing goes for the back storage. So for the back storage, we're going to keep all of our clothes here, and then the front storage is just going to be a bunch of miscellaneous things. I'm not quite sure what we're going to put in there yet. So that's what we have the next 3.5 months for, is we're going to do all of the detail work, clean everything up, add wall organization, organize a lot more, take little mini trips, but it is definitely coming along, and we're just super excited. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, definitely subscribe, stay tuned. There's just a lot of development with this channel since I'm completely new to all this. I would love to have you along for the ride. So hit subscribe and just follow the progress. All right, thanks guys. See ya.